Hello, everyone. How we all doing? How we doing? Hope we all doing good, pretty good. I do apologize. I'm not talking very loud. I am losing my voice because I was screaming all of yesterday. I was at a rugby game, but I'll explain that later. Let's get into it. The boys are waiting. So, yeah, welcome to the next podcast. Let's do it. Mello,
Hello.
how we doing?
Good. I think Shoresy's still deafened.
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, how
There
are
he
you?
is.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good intro music, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Nope, I'm here.
It was a
Oh,
bang.
there he is.
It's a definite banger, that one.
Yeah, it sounds good. All
So
right.
with that,
So,
before we do get into it, there is a couple of things that I do want to show you guys. But also before that, welcome everyone to the next episode of Nachocast. Once again, I am here joined by Mr. Wade, Wolf, aka Bitch, excuse me, and Shorzy.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Fuck you, Shorzy. It's a good day.
Fuck you. Oop, oop.
But yes,
but yeah,
so
go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
First thing I want to show you is my PNG tuber thing.
Okay,
So
explain that.
okay, here we go. If it'll pop up, where is it? There we go. There he is.
Wait, is it gonna be?
Yep. Give it a second.
Hey!
So yeah, this is my PNG tuber. That's my avatar. So
Noise.
so whenever I talk, he looks at the audience, and occasionally he'll glitch out a little bit because he's got a cyberpunk vibe to him.
Nice.
Dude,
That's
that's sick.
awesome.
But
That
yeah,
is cool.
That
hell
is
yeah.
really cool, dude.
I also have it on my intermission screen, which I will briefly show you. I'll bring it up. There you go. I've got him looking the other way, and once again, he sort of looks at the audience, talks to them, and glitches out. So hell yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty
Thank you
cool.
for $30 for the Team Nachocast.
But yeah, this is this is my avatar. Hope you guys like it.
Dude, that is sick.
Also, your missus is telling you to go fuck yourself, Shorzy.
I'm used to it.
Your avatar's like, I can't fucking handle this guy. Like, I swear to God.
I can't fucking do it.
Wait, all the goddamn cookies! Oh my cookies!
It's like, I
Damn
don't
it,
know why I'm
Wade,
mad.
you know again.
I don't know why I'm mad, but I'm just shaking because I'm so mad for no fucking reason.
Jitters.
You're gonna finish your
Sounds like
extra
a-
creamy whipped cream, and you're gonna fucking like it.
Bitch.
No.
But yeah, this is yeah. Welcome to the next episode. So, how we all doing?
Episode, we all doing good. We doing great. We're doing well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of
Here's hope.
Nachocast.
Nachocast.
I'm surprised we made. I'm surprised we made it this far without being canceled already.
Well, we won't
I mean, that
know
would
until the
be
first episode is
remote.
uploaded. We won't know until the first episode's uploaded.
Oh man.
I just got an email from Twitch. The development studio of Twitch is letting you know that you have been let go of Twitch services and you will no longer be allowed to stream on our website.
Yes, I am Wade. Thank you very much.
Anyway.com.
Anyway, dig it.
Anyway, thank you.
Partnership.
Oh, jeez.
Sketchy,
But I feel like
Sketchy,
the pilot episode. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Sketchy says, Wade, I need to update the website.
Okay. I have
Did
no
you
issue
forget
with
that you actually have an onlywades.com website?
a bit here and there.
Like, God, you doofus.
He's old, remember?
Oh yeah, true.
I'm a busy man.
You old as fuck.
That too.
He's busy and he's old. He's bound to forget at least one thing a day.
That is true.
More than
Or a lot.
I said at least.
At least or at most.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were saying
At
Wade
least
before I
one thing, at most about 20.
but you were saying
Yeah.
something, Wade, before I interrupted.
No, you're good. I was gonna say like I felt like we had a really good first episode
Yeah, we did.
of
I reckon we did.
Nachocast, and I had
Um,
no idea it was 2 hours.
It
I feel-
never does.
It never crossed my mind how long of a conversation we had. Probably
Mhm.
because like we just like bullshitted the entire time that we forget everything outside of this box.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Who are you
pretty-
guys? How'd I get here again?
Okay, somebody with loss of hearing. Me, loss of memory.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Given what I do and just what I do for a living, yeah, I'm not surprised if I lose hearing.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
Somebody get this man a hearing aid.
Listen, old man, someone get this man a walker.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You talking about? Wait, you talking about the CD player?
You know what?
The Walkman.
You know what? Sure.
That's what you meant, right?
You know what? You know what? Yeah. Whatever you say, old man.
Okay, yeah. You know, if you're sending
Jesus
me
Christ.
a
Is,
fucking
is this going to be the
MP3
bickering of old men in this episode?
might as well.
Oh my
I
god.
mean-
Might as well call it that when you upload it. The bickering of old men.
Yeah, because by the time it's uploaded, it'd be like 2 years from now.
Oh, fuck off.
Damn. Damn.
That's right. I said it.
Our guest has arrived.
Oh,
What do you like the next Vanos Gaming?
Shut the hell up.
Jackass.
What the hell did I join into?
You joined into
Wrong,
chaos. Hello, Sketchy.
Is he wrong, though?
Hello.
Oh, okay. Wait, so this was unannounced. This is a
Damn it.
surprise. Okay, our very first special guest.
We apologize in advance. No, we don't.
No,
Nah.
you don't. Shut up.
No, we don't.
So
I had, and
no,
look,
no,
I had
y'all
to say it
don't.
for legal reasons.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, cuz, whatever.
of course. I mean, because y'all gotta, you and our special guest here need to, figure that shit out. Your next family reunion.
Oh my god.
All right.
And listen. Things were said, feelings were hurt. She still owes me, okay? And I'm waiting on my apology, which will never come.
I'm not owe you shit. You owe me a bottle
so
of whiskey.
before we get into that, before we get into all that, I would like to say welcome to our special first guest on Nachocast, episode 2, Sketchy.
Hello.
Yay.
Round of applause.
All right, you got your round of applause. Now get the hell out of here.
Oh my god.
Hey, you gave what you got for it. Get out of here.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, and our favorite.
Yeah.
Ah.
TikTokers.
So okay. Before this gets out of hand, so Sketchy, this was an idea that I came up with to have Team Nacho Cheese to have the Nacho Cast. And our very first episode, basically, we went down the line saying or asking first video game memory or best video game of all time, or first video game you've ever played. So we're gonna reside that to you, Sketchy. What was your earliest favorite video game memory, and what was your best video game moment?
First video game memory. I had a Game Boy with Pokemon when I was a kid.
Which game?
And that was like portable one. The one that you could literally like toss in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean they were all portable, but
Yeah.
was it the brick one, or was it the Game Boy Color, or was it
Color. It was the color one.
Yes,
And I remember Specifically, I had it in blue.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
I remember
Okay.
that.
And then you mentioned the Pokemon game. Which Pokemon game? Was it red, blue, or yellow?
Red.
You forgot green.
There wasn't a green.
Yeah, there was.
Yes, there was. There was a green, but it was
What?
the red one, and that was the first video game I ever actually
I
played.
remember like red, blue, and yellow.
There's three starters.
Yeah, but I didn't know a green.
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
I had that
There's always.
Ivysaur on it.
I never had a
Because I
green
had,
one, and I never saw one, but even I knew there was a green one.
because I had yellow because it was Pikachu. My
The
brother
yellow,
had
yellow
had
one don't
red
count.
because it was Charmander.
Yeah, yellow doesn't count because it was a special edition. But anyway.
Anyway,
Hey,
but no, that was like the first video game I ever actually remember playing.
okay, so best video game moment, or actually, what got you into video games?
My older sibling, well, my older brother, and my brother-in-law, they always were playing video games. My brother-in-law specifically got me into the Forza video games.
Do you remember like the consoles that they were playing at the time?
Um, with my brother, it was a PlayStation. With my brother-in-law, it was always an Xbox.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What am
Cool,
I saying there?
And
So we're caught up into the whole video game thing. So now, I'm going through, what I wanted to talk about on this episode is basically like, of course, Wolf agrees, and also Shorzy cosplay. So let's talk about cosplay. So obviously, I cosplay, Wolf cosplays, Shorzy, and Remorse. So I would like to know when you decided to first get into cosplay, and then when you did, what was the mindset or what was the thought process of your own OC? So we're gonna start with Wolf.
Oh jeez. Well, it all happened in the year of 2019.
And there she was.
There was 1944 with my M4 shop mop.
what do you call this? A shot? Oh, Jerry ain't gonna like this.
Oh my god.
You must be goofy if you think you're getting up on this beach. Jesus.
Well, damn.
Anyways,
So
Yeah.
it really started off for me back in 2019. Now, granted, prior to all this, I've been going to conventions for a good amount of time. I have a lot of friends, and I know a lot of people who are amazing cosplayers who deserve way more praise than they should. And I finally was just like, screw it, why not? And this was literally before the pandemic hit, so of course I'm trying to dabble with a couple things. And of course, pandemic hits, everything's closed off. So then once again I start dabbling in a couple of things, and my roommate gives me this jacket because prior to that I had a couple of Warhammer 40K props that I had finally worked on because I had no time to work on it prior. But he made a joke saying like, "Damn, you a big old chunky guardsman now," and I'm just like, "Damn right I am." And
Damn.
really just I had no idea what I was doing when I came up with the idea of Blood Claw. Still to this day I have no clue what I'm doing, but my earliest videos when it came to like TikTok and everything like that, I was trying to jump on like a bunch of different like trends and everything because I had no clue what I was doing. And here I'm thinking, oh, I'll do a D&D character because I've done some D&D, but then I'm like, no, that doesn't fit. So then, really, just inspiration came from a set of games, Mercenaries, Mercenaries 2, and then, of course, my most recent one, Army of Two.
Oof.
okay. Nice.
And I got the idea for the mask by playing Armia 2, and shout out to my co-partner of the interdimensional merc Smiley, because he also gave me the idea for the mask idea. It's not like he told me to get the mask. I saw him wearing a mask, thought it was cool, and I just said, you know what? I don't like my face because it's such a good looking face and no one deserves to see this except for me. So
So
yeah, just
modest.
kind of turned into this whole persona of me just being this masked tactical OC cosplayer, and I've literally just been running with that. And and I would like to say to everyone out there who has told me to stop, I don't give a shit what you say, and fuck you, Shorzy.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, no, Wolf, you don't give a shit what they say. Say, Wolf, you don't give a
But
shit what they say because you just hit 50,000 on TikTok.
That is
I
also true.
just
Also, hello,
So
Oh,
fuck all
diluted.
no.
them haters.
Also,
We'll
hello,
get to
diluted
TikTok.
acorn.
Yeah,
How you doing, bud?
yeah. So we'll get to the TikTok subject in a bit. So now off to Shorzy of how you got into cosplay, what inspired you to make your characters, and
Noise,
etc.
noise.
Um.
Ah,
Okay, so initially, what happened was pretty much the same as Wolf. Is I was stuck
alright.
indoors. Pandemic hit, and I had actually just gotten um the settlement check for uh from trade school for what happened to my right hand,
Hell yeah.
and I had all this cash, and stores were still open, but I just couldn't really, you know, I was still like a very like extreme introvert. And I had just started TikTok. I actually saw Wolf on TikTok. He showed up on my FYP a few times, as did my my other brother, Corrupt Tides, and all of them. And I was actually shopping at a local punk store, and I saw the first like an airsoft mask in the shape of like a Punisher skull that was painted red.
Ooh. I know.
And so I'm like,
I
I
think I
could
know what you're talking
probably
about.
make something out of that. I could probably make something out of that because Punisher is one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Same.
And so I took kind of the Punisher motif and put it into kind of an OC, but I couldn't think of like a backstory or anything like that. And then I remembered this one video game that I always wanted to play but could never find for PlayStation was Rise, Son of Rome. And that's where Damocles came from.
That's a good one.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with that game. Can you explain what that game was?
I
Um,
have some idea of what it is, but I think Shorzy can
so
explain
the
it a
whole,
lot better than I can.
more or less, so the whole premise of it is if you know anything about like Roman history and what have you, it's there's always this myth that great leaders always have a sword hanging above their heads by a thread. And that is always known as the Sword of Damocles. It's meant to remind people that your choices have consequences. Lives hang in the balance. So, what the creators of Rise did was they took that, but made it to where Damocles is actually this vengeful black armored centurion of a spirit sent straight from Hades.
Oh.
And that's another OC that you have is Centurion.
That's actually Damocles. The centurion and Damocles are one and the same.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I only used it because it's always easier to say Centurion than it is Damocles, especially just looking at it.
I suppose it
Gotcha.
really depends on the preference.
That's fair enough.
It's always a language barrier, but
Eh,
I
eh.
didn't I didn't knock it, so I just kept going with it.
I mean,
Nice,
I mean
nice.
that's
I
fair.
will. I will say it was also kind of funny when Shorzy and I first started talking about like our characters, and his reaction to me calling him out on being a Roman fan, and he was just like, he's like, "How the hell did you know?" And I'm like, "Dude, it was just a lucky guess." His reaction was fucking priceless, though. That's all. I'm like, that's all I'm gonna say. It was fucking priceless.
It because nobody ever gets it. Like I always have to do this long explanation on
Yep.
Damocles.
Yep.
And
Well,
where it comes from.
to be
But
fair, sorry. Go ahead.
but yeah, no, that was the whole thing. Is I just got tired of always explaining, so I always just I go, look, you can just call me Centurion.
I mean
Fair
That
that's
was
enough.
always
fair.
the
It
thing.
works.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Fair. So now to Remorse, how you gathered your OC cosplay, and plus not only cosplay, you went to an actual convention as your character named Archangel.
That is correct.
How how did you come across that OC? Like what got you inspired to making that OC, like, you know, the backstory and all the stuff, what got you into that character?
Funny enough, Archangel wasn't originally my OC. So the story behind this was the group that myself and Sketchy are a part of, the Sin Eaters. The guy who's sort of like in charge or the leader, his name's Ghost. He originally came up with the idea of Archangel, who was originally supposed to be a woman. Um, Originally started off as a contractor, someone who would, hand out, the details, send all, you know, the details of everything that's supposed to go here and there, etc. And I asked him, it's just like, well, this isn't sort of my sort of thing. And this, keep in mind, this was the first time I was getting into making an OC and doing the sort of roleplay thing. So I asked him, can I change how this character is? Because it sort of doesn't feel, you know, fit my sort of way. And he was cool with it, so he's just like, yeah, go for it. So we changed a few things around. I've changed him quite a few times. He originally started off as a contractor, going from human to a half human, sort of superhuman. And when we came down to a final choice, he's a fallen angel, an archangel, uh, who goes. His code name is Archangel, but his real name is Azu.
Azu.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's
Bless
a
you.
he's a real. God damn it. So he's
Sorry.
quite powerful, but at the same time he's still mortal. So like he can still die, he can still get injured, but well. So technically he's immortal. He can live forever, but he can still die in
Gotcha.
conventional ways. So if he gets stabbed and he bleeds to death, he can die.
Yeah. Okay.
In terms of getting into cosplay, funny enough, Archangel wasn't my first OC. Wolf knows this. Recruit was my very first OC. He still is. I've just not done anything with Recruit. Kind of fell off the bandwagon with that particular OC due to other reasons I won't get into. But
Right.
I do want to get into working with the Recruit again because he's still got a kind of decent story to him, but that's something
Hmm.
for a later time. As for
I don't.
my convention that I went to, I didn't wasn't able to dress like properly for him. There's still a lot of work that I need to get for his cosplay, but it
Right.
was an absolute blast. I would still thinking about going again, but yeah, it's still up in the air.
Yeah. So as far as the recruit, I'm not familiar with that character. I don't think I've ever seen that character.
I think this
So
was I think this
Oh boy.
was probably around about the time that we were all meeting, but I
Yep.
hadn't done a whole lot with Recruit.
Oh, okay, so you plan on bringing back Recruit sometime in the future, but you want to do some upgrades on the OC character and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
A lot to do. Okay. So now we're gonna go to our special guest, Sketchy. Sketchy, have you ever thought of doing cosplay and whatnot, going to conventions as your own character? Do you have any ideas or plans? Like, have you ever done anything like this?
So I have gone to a couple of conventions in the past. They have been amazing. I just went as normal, everyday sketchy,
Mm-hmm.
but as Remorse said earlier, I am part of a group called the Senators. My OC, her name is Fina, full name
Nina,
Serafina.
Sarah. Okay.
She is a fallen angel, um, basically a fallen angel mercenary,
Mm-hmm.
but she is what's called a second gen fallen.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Basically, her mother was an angel, her father was an angel, became a fallen angel.
Uh,
Hmm.
okay, interesting.
Interesting backstory there. But I'm actually getting pieces for her OC, like for my actual cosplay, put together. So the next time that there is a Comic-Con in my area, I'm gonna go,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually going to dress up as Fina for the first time.
Fina.
Nice.
Is it Fina like FEMA or
P
PHEMA? Like
Phina.
PHIMA.
So fancy.
INA. So.
Nice.
YMCA.
Let's go.
YMCA.
PHIMA.
BINGO and bingo was his name. Oh,
Fuck's sakes.
God's sake. But no, I actually have four pieces for her outfit already. I'm looking to get a couple more, and I'm actually looking right now, not only for me, but for Remorse as well, for a pair of black angel wings
nice.
Oh, that's
to
pretty
go
cool.
with our cosplays.
Cool. So, before I get into my thingy, I need another Steve Weiser,
Jesus.
Go get you. Go.
and I need a piss.
Oh my
So, talk amongst yourselves. Is
god.
Rhode Island a road or is it
Oh.
an island? Talk
Oh,
amongst yourselves. Coffee
oh,
talk.
actually, one thing I did forget to mention for myself, and sorry, bringing this
Go
up
for
again.
it.
One thing I completely forgot was that inspiration wise, I actually did what a lot of people still give me shit for to this day, and that's mashing up fandoms. So as most of y'all know, I am a humongous Warhammer 40K fan. I'm not on Henry Calvi's level because the man's is a god amongst men. We all know this.
Amen.
But um what most people don't know, and I'm happy to admit this, is that I am indeed a Space Wolf fan. Now, I know I get shit for it all the time, but I don't care. The fucking Space Wolves are my favorite, and if and all that good shit.
Fucking furries.
But I also better than the Smurfs.
Oh, yeah, that I won't disagree with. Blood
And
ravens for life.
you know, it's better.
Oh
Space wolves are better
yes,
than the sentient fungi.
I would take the Lamentors over the blueberries any day.
I mean, that's fair.
But what I did was I mixed Warhammer 40K with a little bit of Star Wars. And most people tend to either don't know or forget that I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I'm just like, hey, listen, you can have your cake and eat it too. And like with some of my iterations of my various cosplays, of course, I try to interact. I try to intervene words. I try to mix a little bit of everything with all my cosplays, just because I can and it's fun. And I actually recently just got a 104th Attack Battalion Wolfpack patch by a good buddy of mine at the last event I was at, and it's been awesome.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Hell yeah! The awkward silence is great, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, I'm actually doing something similar with Wolf. Is I'm actually going to be kind of making my own kind of side story for and putting Damocles into a different universe. I'm going to be
Nice.
putting him into the Mass Effect universe for a
Oh.
little
Oh,
bit.
that's right. Yeah, we were
That's
talking
why
about
I
that.
Yeah, that's why my long coat now has the N7 patch. That and I just wanted the N7 patch. I
I
had my
mean,
eyes on that in shop for in the store for like the longest time, and I finally
when
had some money.
Which is fair.
man's knows what he wants.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
not at all.
And big.
He's big.
Also, if
Thanks
I'm
for
just
the warning. Now I can run.
I was gonna say, if I'm just like overly quiet, guys, I'm actually doing some name art sketching for you guys. So
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Nice sketch.
okay.
Uh,
living up to
Hell.
the sketchy name.
Hell yeah.
Ah, I see
okay,
what you're
so
doing.
we got through the
Yeah.
first topic.
You,
Uh,
whoa, you didn't talk about yours.
No,
oh shit, that's
you talk
Yeah,
about
okay,
you never talked
yeah,
yours.
about
yeah.
yours, dude.
Okay, so originally, this is pre-Wade. So I had no idea what the fuck I was doing with TikTok. This is 2020 pandemic. I only joined TikTok because a friend of mine, she was saying like, "Oh, it's pretty cool." I'm like, check it out. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I started doing like small TikTok videos. I had no idea how audio worked. I had no idea how to do sounds. I had no idea how to do anything. So I really didn't have any cosplay until I came across, you know, a character with a black and white mask, raggedy old, leather trench coat with a hoodie and everything, and the skull airsoft mask. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know if I wanted to make him a bad guy, good guy, somewhere in between. I had no idea. And as far as the name goes, I had no idea what to name the character, so I just went with Nameless. The Nameless.
Fair
I
enough.
had no idea what to do with him. So I'm just doing this whole, different videos with Nameless and whatnot, with just duetting other people's videos. And but I just remember that long leather trench coat, black leather trench coat that I have that was given to me by my best buddy's grandmother. She gave it to me one year for Christmas, and when I saw it, yes, it had like torn pieces on the back of it, but it just looks so fucking cool. Like it just like it fit my character. And then finally, maybe months after I joined TikTok, or maybe a year after TikTok, I finally came across the Wade mask off of Etsy that was made handmade from Singapore.
Hmm,
And
Hmm.
then once I
hmm.
got it, I was just in love with it. And thus, like, I mean, of course, I don't have the Deadpool suit or anything, so I just threw random shit, just random clothing together, and thus there was Wade. So Wade probably started either 2020 or 2021. So yeah, and then And yeah, I came across like other ideas, like what other characters I wanted to do, and this was like late maybe 2022 ish, when I developed the character Skull and the character Jackpot.
Ah,
And Wolf knows these characters because like we
Hmm.
collaborate with all these characters. So, but yeah, and that's another thing too is like what I never expected, like when it comes to like creating an original character, like especially like from TikTok to Discord or whatever, like you could take your character so much further from what you're originally thinking of. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like
oh yeah.
with me and Wolf here, like we've
Oh God, we
expanded our
yes,
characters with Wicked
yes, we
and
have.
Nameless, Blood Clum, Raven,
Oh
and
man,
Sinister. Like we have a fucking story. We have such a fucking timeline.
and
Multiple timelines.
it's just crazy how it's like just recently, not spoiling anything, one chapter of this story has concluded, but it's like one particular character is always saying to me, when one chapter ends, another story begins.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, so it's just interesting, like with other like how you can come across other cosplayers. Yes, you can collaborate, whether it's a photo shoot or like a little TikTok video, but to collaborate story wise,
And of
that
this
shit is
magnitude,
dude, that is fucking commitment.
oh, it's
Like
just
for real.
yeah. No, it's like
And so anyways, so coming back to cosplays, um this is when it comes down to Discord Slamathon.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So when I made their characters, these gentlemen, Remorse, Shorzy, and Wolf, when I made their OCs in a video game, a wrestling video game, WWE 2K12, no, 22,
22.
22,
20.
sorry, 22. Um, but yeah, no, because like I remember like specifically spending hours,
Yep.
hours and hours and hours making all their OCs in a video game. Not just them three, there was others that I made as well. And
Yeah.
we streamed a Discord Slamathon event, and of course, current champion still go yeah,
It's
go ahead and say it.
Archangel.
Go ahead and say it.
Archangel.
Archangel is still. Oh, actually, by the way, before Archangel became a champion,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about this in our last in the last
we
episode.
we
I
we
don't
did.
know. I mean, I don't know. Was it uploaded yet? I don't know.
For fuck's sakes.
Not Yes, we'll never know. We will never know.
We will
Well,
never know.
Oh my
well,
god.
funny you say that.
So, so anyway, so yeah, so the
Wait, did it
very
get public?
first Discord Slamathon champion is Shorzy, aka Satyria.
Yep.
Was the very first ever Discord Slamathon champion. Later that night, the same night,
Same night.
as we were all streaming and watching, Remorse challenges the first challenger to come up to Shorzy, Centurion. I want the title. Centurion, with no hesitation, saying, yes, I will gladly challenge you. Boom. And I don't remember what kind of match it was. Sure enough, unfortunately, Centurion loses the
Claw,
title to
Claw gave
Archangel.
me too many hits to the noggin.
So
I'm just
ever since then, Archangel has still been the Discord Slamathon champion.
Hell yeah.
I'm just amazed that we had voices like the next day because the amount of screaming
We were
Oh
screaming
my
and
for a
god,
while.
we were just shouting.
like
I mean, I
I
was
have
watching it on my TV and I'm just going, come on!
We gotta
Dude,
do.
I have
We
been
had to do that.
around when you guys do these Discord slamathons, and y'all get crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
lot,
we do.
there was a lot on the line.
If you guys
The,
ever
yeah.
come
we
to the
had bragging rights on the line. Eternal bragging rights.
if you guys ever come to Australia, I've got to take you guys to a rugby match because the one that I went to yesterday was amazing.
That
Oh,
Rugby match.
So
I haven't
it's
seen a proper
think
rugby game in a
oh,
forever.
proper rugby games
Yeah.
are amazing. So the one I went to yesterday, I was working. For those who don't know, I'm a support worker. Um, we were doing a program, a 6 week program, with the team Melbourne Storm. So they
Hmm.
were working with a company called My People Health or My Mental Health. Hang on, we'll find the actual name for it. Do, 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 do,
Okay.
do. My People Support. Yep,
uh,
yep.
Okay.
So the team, two members of the team from Melbourne Storm, wanted to work with them and do this mental health program. So we did that over 6 weeks. We did a whole bunch of skill sessions. We did a cooking class, and we met all these amazing people who have different backgrounds, who have gone through different sorts of challenges and stuff like that. And it was
Hmm.
wonderful. It really was. And yesterday was the second last or the last session that we had, and it was a game day between the Melbourne Storm and the Canberra Raiders. And
Okay.
thankfully, our team won. Melbourne Storm won 48 to
Woohoo!
2. And what made it even better was the one of the players that was doing the program with us. His name's Youngie. It was his 50th game that day. So we had a big poster
dang.
up for him saying congratulations on your 50th game.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a good game, good good way to spend my weekend. And
Okay.
my throat still hurts because screaming so goddamn much.
So, okay, so when it comes to experiences, another thing I wanted to bring up is funny experiences, whether you're at a concert or a convention
Oh,
or
jeez.
really anywhere. Like the funniest experience, that you can think of, like moments that make you think, like, what the fuck? And then when you come back home and you just can't help but to laugh. So, I'll ask you guys this in just a moment. So I'll give you an example. So when it comes to funny experiences, I'll give you a recent one. I don't know or I don't remember if I talked about it in the last podcast. But in this one, as I'm cosplaying as Wade, it's a little short story. So Friday, first day of Comic Con, I remember cosplaying as Wade. Of course, I got the swords on my back and I got the guns around my waist. I'm just like I couldn't really get any photos of anybody or myself because so many people were just coming at me.
Ah,
Like,
yes, I remember this. You did talk about this.
Yep.
okay, so did I mention the escalator thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So that was like funny. That was funny to me because like I'm coming down the escalator and normally the other side of the escalator is coming up. And I see a group of gals like as soon as they come on the escalator, they see me and they're like and they start running down the escalator the opposite way just to get a picture with me.
Uh,
So that was funny as shit.
that
Cuz like
was.
I yeah, cuz like I was not expecting so many people, you know, from left and right asking for a picture. Um but uh but the following day I went as my character Skull and it was difficult. It sucked. It was hot, sweaty. hated it, but I still had people asking, coming up to me asking for a photo. I'm like, okay, cool. I've had kids. One of them came up to me asking, "What are you supposed to be? Are you Iron Man or what?" I'm like, dude, like, because like the first person that came up to me, he goes like, he's kind of like squinting at me, like, "Are you like a mixture of like Iron Man and Punisher?" I'm like, "Yeah." Dude, that's so cool, man. And he brings out a little like, like Super Mario question mark block, like, "Hey man, just take a coin, man. Take a." I'm like,
I
what
like
the
that.
fuck am I gonna do with this? So, and then later on, another kid comes up, and I'm just like, I went to like a water or something, and a kid comes up and goes, "Put your mask on." I'm like, "What?" "I want to see you the mask." Like, okay, so like I'm putting my stuff down so I can put the mask, and I can. And his dad comes up, is like, "You need to say please." And I'm like, "Dude, look, it's all good, it's all good." So I put on the mask, the eyes light up and everything. The airsoft shotgun and all this stuff. And he goes like, "Oh, that's so cool."
You know what that kid reminds me of? It reminds me of the story of when Fluffy was telling the story about the kid that goes, I want to get on that one. Damn.
Damn.
Just to go, just to go off topic for a second, have a look in the text
Yeah,
chat.
no, that was pretty much about it. Like
God
like this
damn it.
like just demanded like, Sky.
Oh, that is cool,
Oh,
Sketch.
that's sick.
That is very cool.
But
Thank
anyways,
you.
so that's some
Oh
funny
yeah.
experiences as
Yeah.
cosplay
When you
wise.
have a second, Wade, have a look in the text chat.
Okay. But I need to see. Okay, so I need to segue into the next topic.
Sick.
Uh, actually, going off, when you say funny experiences, are you talking specifically like events or just anything in
Or I
particular?
mean, anything in general. I mean, I could say like like I'm mad at Sugar like when I was a teenager, and I made her
Oh
Oh,
jump
my
out of my
god.
oh
three-story
Jesus.
apartment.
I can
No.
think of one that really sticks out to me. That was really funny. You know how most rock stars or metal stars they have their like personas when they're on stage and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh
So
huh.
you so the metal concert that I went to last year was for I Prevail and Motionless in White.
Nice.
The lead
Hmm.
singer, Chris Motionless, he's very brutal, right?
Hmm.
Where the band finishes like their second song of the set, everyone's cheering, Motionless, Motionless, and he's trying to get some words in. He just goes into the mic, just shut the fuck up. Everyone starts laughing, and we're just fucking losing our shit. And he just goes, yeah, you guys are fine, go ahead. We go back to screaming, Motionless, Motionless.
Oh my god.
And it reminded me of another story that my boss told me of when he met the lead singer of Korn.
Oh.
Oh, Jonathan
Mm,
Davis.
yep. So to sum it up, my boss, after the show had ended, my boss went to a pub and they're hanging out for a few sec. He's hanging out for a bit. He sees the whole band just hanging out at the pub, and he wants to, go say hello and like get an autograph, stuff like that. He goes up
Wait,
to Jonathan. The
the
entire
entire
band was
band.
there of Corn, yeah,
What?
yeah.
Nice.
So he goes up to Jonathan, and he's saying just like, "Yo, man, mate, your music's amazing. You guys are fucking awesome." And Jonathan, he just turns around, looks at him, and just like, "Shut the fuck up." And he's just like,
Oh,
"Bro, what the fuck, mate?" He goes back outside the pub because he's to just like give him space or anything. One of the guitarists comes back out and talks to my boss. He's just like, "Mate, hey dude, like, I'm real sorry. He's not in a good mood." He turns around, looks at the guitarist, and says, "No, mate, that was fucking awesome. I got told to shut the fuck up by Jonathan Davis. Fuck yeah, that's fucking metal."
So,
Oh man, that's
so
pretty
metal.
cool.
At least the Bob looks on the bright side.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he wants to go see the Motley Crue when they come to Australia.
They're
Oh,
still
Nice.
touring.
Yeah, they're still touring.
I,
You
I
know
thought
who
they had.
also you know who also is still touring for some like surprisingly?
Oh,
Mudvayne.
Oh yeah, that's
oh
true.
yeah, you were telling me that.
Dude, Mudvayne is in I think outside of Houston earlier tonight. Because one of my bosses, she went with her husband, and she's super fucking prego. Hopefully the baby didn't get born. And if it did, it's coming out there with headbanging with the devil horns and everything.
Oh god, imagine that, having a baby at a heavy metal concert.
Dude,
That's
for
so,
real.
that's
And
so
we
metal.
told her do not mosh.
She moshed anyways.
But she
Yeah.
moshed anyways, or the baby just came out and just moshed on its own.
Oh my god.
No.
Damn it.
No.
Just twirling around the umbilical cord like a cane.
Oh my god.
Just not giving a fuck.
Anyway.
Wolf, when you get a chance, your name art is done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I saw my name mark. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sketchy.
Oh
Yeah, no
shit.
problem.
So, anyways, but yeah, like also
Okay.
like another funny experience. This was oh my god, I don't know how long ago this was. This was a WWE slash ECW event.
Oh wow.
So I was with my bro, and his mother. So we went to a SmackDown taping slash ECW taking. This is when I got to see Undertaker live for the first time.
Oh wow.
Nice.
And
Bastard.
so this was like SmackDown slash ECW taping. So we got two shows in one night.
Nice.
So I remember we get there, and I already have my ticket. They had their tickets. They go take off, to get to their seats. And I'm like, okay, well, my seat is somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm going to browse the merchandise stands. They're all packed. I'm like, god dang it. So whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I came across an end of some kind of corridor before I can go towards, the steps towards my seat. And people are like surrounding somewhere. I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? And people are like gathering around, taking pictures of somebody. And I'm like, just trying to, gather my way through. And sure enough, it's Tommy Dreamer.
Oh wow.
And I see Tommy Dreamer. I'm like, oh my God, that's Tommy Dreamer. And but I'm wearing like a regular t-shirt. I'm like, nah, fuck this. No, like I need to go to the merchandise stands and get a freaking ECF and W t-shirt. So I rush over to the merchandise stand, buy that t-shirt, I put it on. This is the time where I'm having the cameras, the disposable ones.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So I come up to Tommy Dreamer and he's tall.
He's tall.
Like, and I'm like, oh
How big
my
is he?
god,
He's tall.
hey, he's tall. Hey,
He's
young
tall.
man, he tall. How tall is he? Hey, he tall.
He's tall.
He's
Big
tall.
guy. Big guy.
Big guy, big guy.
He's big guy. Very
So,
big guy.
Crackhead.
I'm looking at Tommy Dreamer. I'm like, oh my god, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm so like, oh my god, you're Tommy Dreamer. So, and I ask him for a photo. He's like, yeah, man, no, for real. Like, yeah, go for it. I was by myself, so I had to ask a stranger, with a little disposable camera, like, hey, can you take a picture? And then okay, so we're getting rid of a picture, like, I get my hand on his shoulder. He wraps his whole fucking hands around my neck.
Oh, pff.
Dude, like his hands are huge.
That's
And
amazing.
I'm like and I'm like doing like the face like being choked out and I'm throwing the devil horns. And
Wow.
then click like and of course I tell Tommy Jr. like, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. He's like, yeah, man, no problem. Whatever. I go about my day. I watch the rest of the event. I watch SmackDown. I watch ECW. I see Undertaker with the Great Khali and Big Show. Um, so anyways, the next day I go to Walmart. That's where you get your pictures developed.
Yep.
The whole 1 hour photo thing,
Mm.
and I took like I don't know how many cameras with me that day. So out of all of those cameras, I think I took 3 of them. All of the pictures, one of them burnt out, and it was me and Tommy Dreamer.
Oh,
No.
Oh yeah. God.
It
bro.
burnt out. But I had that picture with Undertaker coming back to the entrance during the ECW show. I was second row on the arena seats, so I got a good photo of the Undertaker coming back.
Nice.
Well, at least there's a positive in there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So that was a funny experience.
Again, you look on the bright side. You never look on the negatives.
That's true.
Exactly. But anyways, anybody else want to add to that topic?
Yeah, I got one from a recent one. So a few months back, I went up to Philly for that Geekdom come, and this is a convention I've been hearing about for a long time from a good number of friends of mine who live up in that area. So I hit up my friend Lexi and I'm just like, hey yo, you going? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, what if I buy you a ticket? She's like, all right, bet. So I'm like, okay, $30, for the two of us for the day wasn't bad, not at all. So I'm like, fuck it, why not? I get to see a good friend and I get to check this place out, all that good stuff. Everything's fine. I couldn't find her initially, but she was hanging out with one of our other friends. And so the funny part is, as I'm like calling out her name, she turns around, she's holding this sign. And I nearly lost my shit. I almost was like, started breaking down laughing, almost fell to the floor and shit. Because y'all want to know what that sign said. And spoiler alert, you guys cannot get mad at me for this because this is actually her fault.
What
Oh
did
boy.
it say?
It just said you lost the game.
Oh, for fuck.
Motherfucker.
And I was just like, I'm over here pulling my best impersonation of Wade, going all Vegeta, going all like, God, I couldn't even do it. Like I sounded like fucking Master Roshi, going all, God damn it, woman! God damn it, Earth woman!
Oh, damn it, Earth Woman!
I couldn't even say it properly because I was too busy fucking laughing.
Oh,
And while it's like people at the convention were getting all pissed off with her, I'm just like, you do realize she did this on purpose, right? Like, I absolutely was dying. A lot of people were getting all pissed off, and I'm just like, oh, shut the fuck up. Take a goddamn joke. Piss off.
No
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. But I absolutely thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Shorzy, you got one?
Um. Yeah, actually, from the con I was at a couple months ago, I didn't even realize this, but apparently I was scaring most of the kids at this con, aside from and aside from one little kid who was dressed as a Star Wars pilot and had the had Anakin's blue lightsaber.
Uh-oh.
She actually came up to me and went and tugged on my cloak and went, "Can I take a picture with you?"
Aw.
I'm like, I'm like,
That's adorable, though.
yeah, and but it was funny because her dad goes, you gotta say, and it was the same thing with Wade, is you gotta say please, darling.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I've been scaring people all day. This is the first time somebody's actually come up to me.
I have a mood.
It's just like, I will take it.
I'll
And,
take it.
and I'm just like, I will take this.
Right.
Meanwhile, I've got this
Ew.
giant, like this big skull mask on with red paint, red LEDs in the eyes, and this giant
Scaring the hell out
freaking
of people.
sword over my shoulders, looking like I'm just walking out of a horror movie.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And literally, I just stand the sword up with put the blade down. I swear to God, the sword is twice as big as the kid.
But like some kids have like zero fear.
Yes, that's true. Some kids have zero fear. Like they'll just come up to you.
Afterwards, I'm like, okay, I feel slightly better now. I think I'll sign up for costume contest. Goddamn.
Speaking of which, like when it comes to kids, like the first day I was cosplay as Wade, going back to the cosplay topic, this one little kid cosplaying as something from Trick or Treat or whatever.
Was it the character Sam?
Sam?
Was it? I don't know.
Did he have like a burlap sack? Like the burlap sack and orange PJs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Sam.
kid had like a little hoodie, like a onesie, where you could pull it
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that's Sam.
Still Sam.
Yeah, fuck you, Sam.
Damn.
Anyways, so no, like this young tiny kid comes up to me just shouting. And I look at this kid, and this kid is like just like all like excited to see me, whatever, because I'm in full cosplay. And I remember asking this kid, like, oh, what's your name? The kid says his name, and then the kid's like, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Wade. Like, nice to meet you, this and that. And the kid was like, just constantly like, I like watching your movies, I like watching your videos, this and that. Like, Deadpool's one of my favorite characters. Like, I can't wait, this and that, like, for the next movie. And I'm like, just like, oh, my heart, it's melting.
Yeah.
So kind of going back to like the funny stories too. I
Yes,
used to be a scare artist.
a scare.
So I used to go around doing like these haunted houses and stuff, like working at them and scaring people.
Oh, I would like to hear this.
And so I'm sitting in this tent with two of my other best friends where we blend into the walls. You cannot see us at all. Our only job is to walk out silently and scare the crap out of people. I walk out of this wall with my two friends. We don't say anything. They're already scared. No big deal. This kid, who is about 3 or 4 years older than me, starts running laps around this tent trying to find the exit. I mean, like, track star laps.
Jesus.
And so I finally look at his friend who's standing next to me, who's just laughing his ass off, and I can't help but start laughing because it's funny as hell. I just go, is he always like this? He goes, you should see him when he's drunk.
Nah.
Wow.
Wait,
So they get to the
kid
next.
or an adult?
An adult.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a kid.
No. No. I was a kid. I was
like,
a
what?
kid. I was 12.
Oh,
This guy was
you
like-
were the kid.
The guy that was here, it was his son.
Oh.
Didn't realize who I was because they didn't know it was me.
Oh.
This kid who's doing the laps, his dad gets up to the next obstacle and yells back, "Can I have your phone number?"
Oh my god.
Straight up
Oh,
asked me for my number, and I was like, I
Dude,
yelled back, and I was like, no, no, you cannot.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not.
You just,
I'm
God,
still
yeah,
a teen.
you
I'm
just
still a
reminded
teen.
You just reminded me of something, and this is actually a funny one, but I'll God damn it.
Oh god damn it. Oh shit.
This is actually a very funny one.
This will have to be the last one because we are going over an hour.
Oh shit!
Oh.
All right. Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
it
Yes.
was.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this was actually one time I went with my roommate. Y'all know him, Toast.
Mhm.
Toast.
Went with Toast and our other friend, and it was Halloween fright. It was like Halloween season, so of course we went down to King's Dominion because Halloween, as they always do, like the Halloween haunt shit.
Yep.
And so we went. We had like some of the workers there were on like those little sliding pads, so they'd run up, slide, and scare the bejesus out of you. And
Yeah.
so me and my roommate somehow, I believe, like we both were like the person like jumps up in front of us, and at the same time we both yell, "What are those?" And the person
No.
just starts busting out laughing. It was the funniest fucking thing. I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh my god. Of course you
It
guys
was
did.
it
Of
was great. I
course
mean,
you did.
it was the time. It was the time when that was a thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna
Um,
fast forward to the next
shit.
topic. We're not gonna talk about YouTube or TikTok bullshit. Now, fuck that. Crumple up in the paper. Yeah, fuck that. Um, what you listening to? Music. What you listening to?
Anything and
Uh,
everything.
Metal.
everything and everything. Yeah. Unfortunately, my car radio doesn't work
Oh no.
anymore.
Oh no.
My
I can
radio
only
doesn't
assume
work, so I
silence.
have no way to listen. But the only thing I think of is every time my music, did work for the car. First artist to go to is The Weeknd. Okay,
Nice.
so
Solid.
yeah,
Alright.
y'all, real quick, first go to music wise,
Just
drive
Sabaton.
it.
Motionless in White, I Prevail.
Okay, Shorzy.
Uh, Jonathan Young or Peyton Parrish.
Okay,
Nice.
Wolf.
Sabaton.
Okay, and Sketchy.
Five Finger Death Punch and Disturbed.
Nice.
Nice.
I just saw them recently.
Yeah,
Lucky
shit.
Hey,
fucker.
let's go.
That's a story for another time. On that note, we do have to end it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, thank you everyone for tuning in for this episode of Nachocast. Thank you, Grace, for tuning in. Sorry, Sketchy, for tuning in. Hope you had fun.
Hey, I might have to come back next time you guys do the Nacho Cast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
there will be many more episodes of Nacho Cash. So thank you all for listening and thank you for joining. All I gotta say is Nacho Cash.
Nachocast! Alright. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye
Peace.
bye.
And only way to get.
On the way back down.
Anyway, that guy.